Hi Hadley. So in today's lesson, we're going to start with a G major scale, which is similar to C major, which you've learned already. And then we're going to move into our book. Page 33 in our primer book here is where we're going to start. It's called Alouette. And then after that, we're going to do a little bit of a chords exercise from there. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera around, facing the keys here. All right, so starting with our G major scale, we're gonna first do our C. So start on C, and remember the pattern of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shift to 3, 2, 1. We can try that one more time here, and I'm even just gonna close the keys. We got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and back down. The scale pattern is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. So opening this back up, let's start on C just as a quick review because we worked on this one last time. We got C, D, E, shift to F with our first finger, G, A, B, C, and going back down, C, B, A, G, all our fingers there, and then we shift to 3, third finger, E, D, C, right? Okay, so now we're gonna apply what we know about that C major scale and then apply it to our G major scale. So if C major starts on C and ends on C, where do you think G major starts? We're going to start on G and then end on G. We can even do this one and this one, or, right? I'll start right here for you for now. We'll go, first, we're going to do the same finger pattern as before, but we're going to have one note be a little bit different. So we're going to go G, A, B, and then first finger comes around to C, so we shift it, right? Just like before, but starting at a different note. So G, A, B, shift to C. Try it again. And line up the rest of your fingers, and we go D, E. And then instead of F natural here, we're going to move to a black note, F sharp. So we're going to go F sharp, G. So let's try that from the bottom again. So we have, starting from G, we go G, A, B, and then we shift to first finger C. Line up the rest of your fingers, except fourth finger isn't going to go to F, it's going to F sharp, right? So that's F sharp, G. One more time from the bottom. We got 1, 2, 3. Shift to 1 on C, 2, 3. And then fourth finger stretches to F sharp, G. Going back down, we got G, F sharp, E, D, C. So just like how we went up. Once we use all those fingers, then third finger comes up and shifts over to the next note. B, third finger B, and then the rest of your fingers lay out to the next notes. A, G. Right, so let's try this together in time. We'll go very steady in quarter notes. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and G, A, B, shift to C on 1, D, E, stretch to F sharp, G, back down, G, F sharp, E, D, shift to third finger B, A, G. Nice. Now we're going to pull out our left hand. And we're starting from G, and we're also going to end on G here, just the same. And it's going to be all the same notes. We'll go G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. The only sharp key we're playing is F sharp in this key. So we're going to go starting from G with our left hand. We got 5 on G, 2, 3, 4. G, A, B, C, D. All just pretty much exactly as they land on the next white keys, right? Then once we shift our third finger over our thumb and the rest of our hand follows, our second finger, we're going to want to make sure it reaches for that F sharp, G. Otherwise, if you just play that white F there, it's gonna sound minor. So if we do that F natural is a minor seventh, it's not our major scale sound. So we're gonna try and reach for that F sharp with our second finger. Go G, A, B, C, D. All one hand, and then we shift to our third finger on the next note, E, and then stretch second finger to F sharp, and then finish up on G. Then we're going to take it back down. Same notes going down, G, F sharp, E with our third finger, and then thumb is going to shift under our third finger to D, and the rest of our hand's going to follow. C, B, A, G. Nice. So that's a little crash course on our G major scale. When we meet again for our lesson, I'm going to have a question for you about our G major scale. And I'm going to ask you how many sharp keys or how many sharp notes are in the G major scale. And remember, we played, out of all the black keys, we just played that one. That should help you answer the question when I ask it in our lesson next week, okay? But if you do have any other questions, feel free to ask them as well, and I'd be happy to explain and help you out with it. So keep up the good work with this, and we're going to move along now in our lesson to our primer book, and we're going to skip around a little bit. We're going to start at page 33. It's going to be a little bit of a review. This is called Alouette. And for Alouette, I want you to notice one thing here real quick. We have a dotted half note right there, right? And if you don't remember, our dotted half notes have 3 beats, and it says it right here. We got 1, 2, 3. If we're clapping it, we go 1, 2, 3 off, right? So if we're clapping Alouette together, can we clap this? Let's clap it here. From the beginning, just as a quick review, we'll go 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, half note, and D, C, D, E, C, 2, and G, 4. And next line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Okay, now that we've clapped it, let's go ahead and start right from the beginning with our hands. Right hand on C, left hand on G. Both using our ones, our thumbs. So we have right hand C, and then left hand G. Or you can do it here, wherever's comfortable. From the top. 2, 3, 4. C, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right hand, next line. 1, 2, 3. D, E, 2, 3, 4, and D, C, D, E, C. 2, 3, 4. Excellent. Okay, so now we're going to skip ahead a little bit. Let's move on to page 37 here. So we're going to pass middle C march. The only thing I want you to make sure you remember about this is where middle C is, right? It can be closer to the treble clef like here, or it can be closer to the bass clef, but just know that they're the same note. Awesome. So we're going to try a 10-second song here together at page 37. Let's look at where our fingers are going to be. We have 1 on C and 5 on G. See that? Boop. So C is going to be middle C. Find the center of your piano or your keyboard and find the C that's right underneath the little insignia there. And then G, the next one up, is going to be 4 notes up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 if you count the one you started on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's G. So C, G. And those are the only 2 notes for the song. So let's take it away. We're going to start forte. And then we'll get to this repeat bar. We know it's a repeat because it has 2 dots in it. And look at what it says here. Repeat piano. So we're going to repeat it and play it much quieter. Much quieter. Okay, so from the beginning, forte. Second time through, piano. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. Repeat piano, much quieter. So 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Well done. Okay, now we're going to skip ahead to number 39. So one thing I want you to notice about this one is the flow of the music here. So we start here. This is our first beat. And then this is our second beat. And our third beat is actually played by our right hand. See how the right hand comes in after the left hand? We go left, left, right, 2, and then both together. So when we're doing these first 2 measures on the piano, we have third finger on C and third finger on G. So find middle C and then third finger on G, and we're there. Ready? Our thumbs should be sharing a note. You see that? And we're not actually going to be playing that note in the song. So if it's too uncomfortable for your hands to be right up next to each other like that, try and just have one thumb on there, or both thumbs off if that's comfortable, and just 3 are playing, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. We have C, C, G, 4. And then both together. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now the next measure, we're going to do the same thing except at the second part of that phrase. We go C, C, G, G. Then we're just going to play C for the same pattern, but not with G. So right here we go 3, 4, C, C, G, G, and C, C, C. Moving on to measure 5, very quietly. Shh. 4, and both together. Then we're gonna go C, C, G, G, and C, C, C. Nice, well done. Now let's backtrack here and let's go to driving in the G clef. We're gonna back it up to this page, number 38. And look at the first 2 notes we're playing together. They're stacked, just like these ones are stacked, right? When they're like that, we're playing them in one hand because we know it's our right hand because the stems are going up. If one of these was down here, then we'd be playing it with both hands. But since they're both on the treble clef and both stems are pointing up, it's going to be our right hand playing. So C and G together at the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4. And C and G, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and then both together, and 1, 2, 3, separate, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and half note, and then both together in right hand, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. Okay, so now we're going to skip ahead a little bit even further. And let's try My Invention together. And if the pace that we're going at today is just a little bit too quick for you, feel free to go back to any of those songs we just did and slow the video down on YouTube and just turn the sound down so you're not playing different notes, but turn the sound all the way down and take the video at a slower pace and just watch the keys that are happening and follow along with your fingers to mine. All right, so let's take it from My Invention here. We're going to start with third finger on F and first finger on our right hand on C. We know this is our left hand because the stem points down. We know this is our right hand because the stem points up. So take a moment to look at the song. We have 3, 1, 5, 1, 3, 1, 5, 1, and 3, 3, 1 and 5, 1 and 5, 3, 3, and then both together and hold. Let's try it from the top together. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and F, C, G, C, and F, C, G, C, and F, F, C, and G, F, F, and C and G together. Nice. So if that was troublesome for you, let's just slow it down and do those first two measures together. See how they're both the same? Let's just keep repeating this phrase at the beginning. This one measure. We got F with our third finger in our left hand, and then our right hand comes in and plays middle C. We can even do it down here. So right hand plays middle C, and then 5 on G. So, right, those are the notes. And then make sure we have that F. So starting on F, we go F, C, G, C, F. Keep repeating it. 2 more times. One more. Nice. Okay, so now let's take this song from the beginning and try and go all the way through in time. We'll take it nice and slow. Let's try 1, 2, 3, 4. F, C, G, C, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, hold, measure 5. Nice, well done. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to Mr. Bluebird. And now, this one I believe I had you fill out already, circling whether we're stepping down or stepping up. But go ahead and look at your paper, and if you haven't, let's go ahead and mark it in. We're going downwards on this measure, 1 step at a time. Then when we get to C, we start going back upwards 1 step, going back downwards 1 step at a time, and then up 1 step at the end of this line. And it's similar on this page. We go down for this measure to C, up by step to G, and then we just keep that G repeating 4 times until we leap down to C at the end. See that? If you're confused by what a step is, look at the top of the page. We have a line to the very next space. You know that that's going to be a step. Or if we go from a space to the very next line, always going to be a step. If you're noticing that there's space in between the notes, that that are on the staff, then you'll know it's definitely going to be a leap. All right, so let's try this out together. 5 on G, or this one. Ready? 5, 4. Oh wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. G, F, E, D, C, D, E, F, G, F, E, D. Step up to E, 2, 3, 4. Measure 5. 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. All right, so next we're going to look at Dance Band on page 44. So the first note we're going to start on here is with our left hand. We know that because the stem is pointing down, right? And it says number 3, which means our finger number 3 on blank. This note here is F. We know that because it's on the same dot, or it shares the same line as the dot of the bass clef. See how that middle dot at the center of the bass clef is on that same line as these notes? That's how you know it's F. Always. So we're going to start with 3 on F in our left hand, or let's do right here. 3 on F, and then 1 on C. This is middle C because it has that line through it between the treble and the bass clef. So C, C. One sec. Okay, so from the top of Dance Band, we're just going to try these first 2 measures together. 1, 2, 3, 4, and F, F, C, C, D, E, F, and hold. Nice, good job. And now look at the next 2 measures here. What do you notice that's similar about these measures to these ones? We start on these Fs, then we go up to C in our next hand, and then we go up a step to D, E, and F. They're the same exact groups of measures, right? So let's try this second half, and then we'll move on. So starting here, measure 3, 2, 3, 4. We got F, F, C, C, D, E, F. 4. Measure 5. G, 2, F, E, D, C, rest, and F, F, C, C, D, E, F. Nice. All right, now we're going to try this one all together. And I'm going to try it up an octave, just so you can see my hands a little bit better here. So, right here. 1, 2 from the top. 3, 4, and 3 on F, 2, C, C, and D, E, F. Right. And F, F, C, C, and quarter, quarter, half note. Measure 5. G, 2, 3, 4, and E, D, C, 4, and F, F, C, C, D. Nice, well done. Now we're going to move on to Frogs on Logs, page 45 together. And one thing you'll notice about this song is your hand is going to act like these riveting frogs, right? They're going to hop. So we start with second finger on what note here? C. So 2 on C. Let's find that. Pretty easy, right? Or you can do this C. So 2 on C. And then we play out these 2 measures. We go 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 2, 3, 4. Then what does this say up here? Hop. Finger 2 to D. So we're on C and we move to D. D, D, E, E, D, 2, 3, 4. Hot 2 to E. 2. And then 1 on C. 3, 4. Nice. Well done. Now we're going to keep moving along here. Moving right along. Let's look at Let's Play Ball. So we have 1 on C. This is middle C. And then we're going to step down to B. See the title of this, or at the top we say Learning B. We have C on the line, middle C, down a step to the space that's above the staff, and that's B. So we have left hand 1 on C, 2 on B. And then third finger in our right hand is on G. So it looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try this together, and we're just going to repeat these 2 measures. So what I just played, we're going to repeat it 3 times. Ready? 2, 3, 4. C, 2, B, 2, and C, G, G. Nice. 2 more times. C, 2, B, 2, and C, G, G. Once more. C, 2, and B, 2, and C, G, G. Keep going. C, C, B, B, C, G, G. Keep going. Measure 5. We have G, F, E, F, G, F, E, F, G, 2. Then second finger B in our left hand. C, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. Good job. Let's move on to Petit Minuet here, page 47, and we're learning a new time signature here. This is going to be 3 counts per measure. That's what that top number is. The bottom number shows us what note gets the beat. And because it's a 4, it means we're dividing by 4, so each measure is going to have a quarter note that gets the beat, and it's only going to have 3 beats. So 3 quarter notes per measure is what that's saying. We have our 1 on a familiar note here. This is middle C on the bass clef, so because it's our left hand. So C, C, B, C, 2, and then 1 on, this is a step up from C. It looks like it'd be a leap because the amount of space that's there. But look at this. We're going from middle C up to the very next note. So it looks like a leap, but this is actually just a step from C to D, or this C to D. See that? And since we have 3 beats per measure, we're going to count it off in 3 this time. We'll go 1, 2, 3. 1 on C, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1 on D, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 on F. F, G, G, C, B. With our left hand, C, right hand, F, E, D, C, 2, 3. Let's try that again, all the way through. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got C, C, B, C, 2. 1 on D, E, D, E, 2, 3, 1, 2. Left hand C, B, 2, C. Right hand F, E, D, C, 2, 3. Wonderful. Well, great job today, Hadley. If you have, let's do a quick little chord exercise at the end. So you're gonna watch my hands and just try and repeat or try and play what I'm playing or play along with it. Excellent. Well, I hope everybody's feeling better soon and that you enjoyed the video lesson today. I'll see you all as soon as we can. Take care.